We will look into DeMoivre's theorem now. This is pronounced as DeMoivre or DeMoivre. Any variation is fine. If you understand the concept, that's more than enough. Now, what is DeMoivre's theorem? DeMoivre stated that if you are taking a power of any complex number which is in polar form, then you can easily write it like this and solve. That is, if z to the power n, say this is the complex number, right? Let it be 6 over here for, argument's sake. Now that means radius, you can use this. See, if you're whole powering, this will be the answer, okay? So if you're powering it to the 6, radius must be done to the power 6, and then you need to multiply the angle with 6. That is what it means. See, that's it. So this is how we can easily solve it. If you remember this, it is very, very easy. So remember the second formula, radius will be powered, okay? It will be raised to the power n, whereas the angles will be multiplied by the n. Now we will see a problem. You need to find the sixth power of 4 plus 4 root 3i. This is a complex number, but it's in rectangular form. You can see over here, there is no r, there is no theta. This is just a and b values. Okay. Now, what you need to do is you need to convert this into a polar form, use the power, and then back to rectangular form again. Okay, let's do one by one. We cannot use DeMoivre's theorem for a rectangular form problem. So, express it in the polar form. Now, radius would be square root of a square plus b square. Let's do it. Let's do it quickly in the calculator. It's just square root of 4 square plus, use bracket over here because there are two terms, 4 root 3, close the bracket and square it up. The answer is 8. What about the theta? It is tan inverse b by a. Let's do it. Shift tan inverse b, that is 4 root 3, now divided by a value, that is 4. Now if a is positive, greater than 0, this is it. This is the formula. Is it over? Is it done? Will I get the correct answer? I'll press equal to, you tell me. Now the answer over here is always in radians. What did I tell you? Whenever we do not have in radians, we get in degrees. No, let us shift mode and 4. Now we get the answer in radians. Try to keep this every time in radians. Why? Because if you keep in degree, again you need to convert this, that. It's a big hassle. What do I do then? I just convert it to radian mode. Now I solve it. It's 1 by 3 pi or pi by 3. Fine. Now just substitute it in the polar form. So radius, we know the polar form is r into cos theta plus I sine theta. I hope this is clear. We have done this before. So sorry for that r, it's very weird looking. Now over here r. Okay, again it's bad, but I hope this is understandable. This is r cos theta plus I sine theta. You know r and theta, just substitute over here, you will get the polar form. Okay, this is the polar form. Now is it over? No, you have not put the power. Raise it to the power 6 using the DeMoivre's theorem that says if it is z to the power anything n, so Rn cos n theta plus I n theta. So now over here it's power 6. So 8 to the power 6 times cos 6 into pi by 3 plus I 6 into pi by 3. All you need to do is simplify this. Now, what is 8 to the power 6? Because you need in rectangular form, right? Let's substitute. Now, what is cos 6 into pi by 3? See, pi by 3 multiply by 6, or 6 multiplied, it's the same thing. 3 one time, 3 two times. It will be 2 pi. So it's the same thing over here. It will be 2 pi, okay? So you're remaining with 2 pi over here. And now, is it over? We are still in the polar form. See, now this we simplified, but still it is in the polar form. What do we do to get to the rectangular form? Simplify this. cos 2 pi, how much does it mean? It is 1, whereas sine 2 pi is supposed to be 0, I believe. Yes, it's 0. So cos 2 pi is 1 and sine 2 pi is 0, and this radius is as it is. Now we are converting this to rectangular form. Till over here, till this part, it's in polar form, right? Simplify this in calculators, you will start getting rectangular. Now multiply this 262,144 inside. When you multiply over here, it'll be 262,144. When you multiply anything with 0, it's 0. That means it's no imaginary part. So your remaining answer is this. So if you want to expand 4 plus 4 root 3I whole power 6, this would be your answer, 262,144. Now, I'll quickly recall. First things, you need to have the equation in polar form. The complex number must be in polar form. Only then you can apply DeMoivre's theorem. So, a step 1 would be convert this to polar form. Once you have done that, apply the formula, DeMoivre's theorem, and then you can simplify it. Now, they have told us to get it in rectangular form. This over here is the polar form answer. But no, don't stop. You need to continue it to the rectangular form. Simplify, solve this in calculator. Everything is in calculator. Very, very simple. And then you will get this answer, which is the final, which is the DeMoivre's theorem for raising power 6 in rectangular form.